Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside Real Estate Photography. My name is Mike Burke, and in this video, we're going to take a look at my process for editing real estate videos. So this video is a continuation on a previous video I did on how I shoot real estate videos. If you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link to it up on the screen. We're going to take the clips from the sample real estate video I showed in that previous video, and I'm going to show you how I edit them together in my post-production process. Let's take a look. Alright guys, here we are in Premiere Pro. First thing I'm going to do is make a new project. I'm just going to call this example video. I'm going to save this. My sample clips folder, where my clips are. Alright, so I'm just going to double click over here to import my clips. I have all my clips here, ready to go. If you notice, I shot all these in 120 frames per second with the intention of making them slow motion once I got into Premiere here. So I want to interpret these clips to 24 frames per second, so that way they'll be slow motion. So how we do that, with all the clips highlighted, I'm just going to control click or right click, and I'm going to go to modify, interpret footage, and we want to assume a frame rate, which will be 23.976 or 24 frames per second. All right, so now you'll notice all my clips are 23.976 and they're now slow motion clips. And if we drag one of these clips into the timeline, now our sequence settings for this sequence we have here will be set according to the parameters of this clip. I'm just going to delete that for now. I'm going to start going through these clips and getting the good parts out of them and start assembling them here on my timeline in an order that makes sense. So I'm just going to start with this. Let's see here. Just want to get to this where it starts moving here. Here we go. So the motion's starting about here. So I'm just going to hit I on my keyboard to set my in point. All right, so that's about all I need from that. So I'm going to hit O. I'm just going to use the comma key to quickly insert it into my timeline and move on to the next clip. All right, motion starting about there. So I'm just going to hit the I key here, and I'm just going to drag along here. Sorry, this is behaving a little funny. I'm going to get towards the end here. I'm going to stop it about there. It's about there. I'm going to hit comma, insert that clip, move on to the next one. These clips are sort of an excerpt. In the previous video, the sample video that you saw, that wasn't the entire video. I'm not going to, go through every single clip. I just want to give you guys enough here to show you my process so you know what I'm doing. So this is a pan shot here. Starts here, so I'm going to hit my I key there. And that's about that. I want this clip to come before this clip because we're starting here in the living room, so I want those clips to be together. So I want this clip to follow this clip. So I'm going to hit the comma to insert it in between these two clips. And let's see what we got next. This is sort of a slider mimic kind of shot here. The banister in the foreground. It's just a cool effect. Some parallax movement here. And that's about good. And I want that again to come after this pan clip for the living room. So I'm going to insert this here in between. And see the next clip. Again, another living room shot, a pullback shot, movement starting about there. So, and you can see how nice and buttery smooth these 120 frames per second clips slow down. When, the motion is just dreamy. So, really cool. That's about good for that. I'm gonna again insert that after this clip. All right, the next clip is this little shelf thing here. The agent actually specifically asked me to get a shot of this. It's kind of adds to the charm of the place, I guess. So I'm gonna hit my in point there when it starts moving. Take it out about there when the full shelf is in the frame. I'm gonna put this in between here as well. Let's check out the next clip. All right, so here we're getting into the kitchen. So start this about there, maybe about there. And take it out about there. All right, so now we're gonna want this clip to come after this clip, because this clip, again, was motion taking you from the living room into the kitchen. So that's sort of a good introductory shot to the kitchen. So let's have this clip come after that clip. This is coming into the kitchen from the opposite angle. So hit my I key there. I'm gonna take it out about there. Have this one come right after that one. So you can see I just quickly go through these, get a nice portion of the clip, put it in my timeline, and then once we have them all in our timeline, then we'll bring the music in and then cut to the music. This is a shot of this little office nook over here off the kitchen. See, I brought the camera down here so I can get this chair on the left side of the frame in more to give it more motion. I think it gives it a nice effect, you know, coming around the chair here. Take it out about there. Yeah, I'm gonna put this right after that clip. This is sort of another slider type shot here. I'm gonna take an eye there. Take it out about here. Put this right after the other one. Here's a little counter detail. All right, it's starting to move about there. Let me hit I here. Take it out here. You know, it's nice to show these detail shots and have them in the video. I just feel like, you know, brings it up another notch instead of just wide shots all the time, especially for these type of shoots where you have a brand new renovation and they're trying to sell all these little details. So, and I just think they look cool, to be honest with you. Brings your production level up. Let's see if this starts to move here. Take it in about here. And it's nice, you can see the flooring too. So, you know, another little detail showing off the cabinetry, the flooring. It's nice to sprinkle these detail shots in there. All right, so that's good. Let's take a look at the next clip here. This is a little powder room. Horrible, horrible orange lighting. I'll show you how we're gonna subdue that later. It's a quick tilt down shot here to show the powder room. Nothing crazy. Let's put that in here. Now we're on the second level here. Take a look at this bathroom. Little entrance shot here. Take it in there. Maybe in there. About there. That's good. If the shower has nice tile in it, you know, I'll do a little shot of the shower too, because again, that's a nice little detail they want to show off. Take it out about there. Now we're going to insert that after this other bathroom clip. All right, we got the sink here, a sort of slider movement. Take it in there. That was good. It was a little wobbly, but, and this sink, you know, it's really nothing to write home about, but they staged it nice, so I don't know, I threw a shot in it. This really could be, you could take this or leave it really, but all right, this shot is like the toilet and stuff. Most houses I wouldn't do a shot of the toilet area like this, but it was staged very nicely here with all the towels and it looks homey, and I thought I'd throw it in there, why not? Put this right after that. All right, a few more clips here. Next here we have the bedroom, master bedroom. Take it in about there. And we'll take it out about there. This after the bathroom. This is the second bedroom up here. Just gonna do one quick entrance shot of this. In about there, in about there. Let's see. And out there. That's all we need for that room. It's just an empty room. So actually this second bedroom, I'm gonna put this clip before this master bedroom clip. So I'm just gonna cut, paste, insert here before the master bedroom clip, because now we're gonna get into the master bedroom clips here. I'm gonna take it in about there. Cut out about there. I'll have this come after this other one. This is just the little sitting area here. I'll take it in about there. Take it out about there. Put this in here. All right, and the last clip we have here is this sort of a detail shot. It's fine where this motion starts about there. In. Actually, that was wobbly. In there. And we'll take it out there. We'll stick this clip on the end here. All right, guys, so that's all of our clips. Now we have them all in the timeline in the order that we want them in. I'm just going to highlight all these clips. Hit Command L, which will unlink the video clips from the audio, because we don't need any of this audio. So we're just gonna highlight all the audio clips and delete it. All right, so next thing I'm just gonna hit Command I to import our song, which I already have picked out. By the way, I get all my songs from SOUNDSTRIPE.com, which is a royalty-free music site. You can subscribe and get as many songs as you want, whenever you want. It's a great service. I'll put a link to it down in the description. I also have a coupon code, which will save you 10% off a subscription. They're not paying for this video by any means. I just use them, I like them, so I'm promoting them. I do have a partnership with them, in which they give me a coupon for you guys to use, so that's great, but I used them for years before I partnered up with them. So yeah, check them out. They're a great place to get music for your videos. Now that we have our song, we're just gonna take the song, put it into our timeline, and we're gonna get cutting here to the song. So let's see what we got here. This song takes quite a while to fade in. I'm gonna cut this fade in down a little bit. And we'll fade it in ourselves. Command Shift D will insert a audio crossfade here. So just gonna fade this in. And I'm also gonna put a fade in on the video clip. Just Command D. We'll put a default transition on there, which is the fade in cross dissolve. So right when that beat kicks in there, that's where I want my edit to be. So for now, I'm just gonna lock off the audio track. And what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna hit my Z key, which I have set to make an edit. That is a preference you can change in the preferences, and which is a very handy thing to have. And I also made my X key right next to the Z key, my ripple delete key. If you highlight the clip and you hit X, it will delete it and pull all the clips back. It makes your editing so much faster. I highly recommend setting those key commands so you can just go ZX, ZX, and blow through these edits really fast. All right, so let me see here. I'm going to take a little bit of this beginning off. Again, on that beat there, I'm going to make my edit, Z, make sure this is highlighted. I'm going to hit my X key and ripple delete. Again, there's too much beginning on this clip. I'm going to cut some of this off, maybe to about there. Z, X. Z there. X. Again, I'm going to take some of the beginning of this clip off. Yeah, still a little more. I'm going to take a little more of the beginning of this off. That's good. All right, so the one thing I am noticing here is that the song is taking a little while to get going. And you know, this video is only going to be like 1.5 minutes or so, so I want the song to progress faster. Otherwise, it's just going to be, it's not going to go anywhere. You know, it's not going to build up and get more exciting. So it looks like right here it's going to change. So the little vocal comes in there. So right on that beat or note, I'm going to make an edit there. So I want that to come in back here. Yeah, on this clip here. So all I'm gonna do, since we already edited to that beat there, I'll just have to drag this back and that should line up pretty good. Let's see what that sounds like. Perfect. I didn't hear anything wrong with that. So let's just lock our audio track again so we don't move it by accident. And this shelf shot, I'm going to take some of the beginning off of. I'll just move these so it lines up with the music there on the beat. All right, so we have this clip that goes from the living room to the kitchen. The problem is, if we just let it go the whole time, it's going to take a really long time to get there, as you see. So what I do in these situations is I do a speed ramp. So if you have the clip highlighted, if you hit Control and click on the clip, or right click on the clip, you can go to Show Keyframes, and we want Time Remapping, Speed. And what we're going to do here is set some in and out points. So I want it to speed up around here. So what I'm going to do is, if I hit Command, you'll see that the cursor changes into this little plus icon. I can click right here and add my first point here. And if I just skip ahead to about where I want it to slow back down to regular motion, which is somewhere around here. Again, I'll command click here and set my out point. Now, if you're in between these 2 points, you'll see this little up and down arrow. So if I click on the line and I drag up, it will increase the speed. And I'm going to take it to around 1,000. That's usually where I start. And if I need to tweak it from there, I will. But usually that's pretty good. So, you know, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000. And we don't want this to just jump from normal speed to 1,000% back to normal speed. We want that to ramp up and ramp back down gradually so it looks nice and smooth. So what you have to do here is, if you hover over these little handles, you'll see the arrows there. If you click on the right side here and just drag, you'll see now we're creating a ramp here to ramp this up. And again, we want it to ramp down, so I'm going to grab the left side of this handle and drag it in towards the other. So now we have this nice ramp up, ramp back down. But the other thing we want to do here, so if you click on this handle, now you'll notice this middle handle is here now. And what this does, if you grab onto the handle, drag it to the right, you'll see what we're doing is we're creating an ease in and an ease out, which just makes it look a little more smooth as well. in addition to ramping it up. And again, we wanted to ease out and ease in over here, so I'm just going to grab the handle and drag to the left. So now we have this nice easing curve here. Let's play this back. So you see how nice and smooth that went. I'm just going to edit some of the beginning of this clip off. I'm just going to import, I have a sound effect in here, just a whoosh sound effect. The sound effect is really important to help sell these speed ramps. And let's take a look at what this looks like here. If I bring this towards the beginning here. I couldn't really hear that. Let me bring up the volume of it. There, you can hear it a little bit there. And you don't want these to be too loud or over the top, but it goes along with it nicely and it just helps sell it a little bit better. The other thing I'm noticing here too is that the song again is taking a while to kick in. All right, so I'm going to come up here where the song is about to kick in a little bit more here. So on that hit. So I'm going to delete that and bring this back here and see what this sounds like. Actually, I think that works all right. To smooth it out a little bit, I'm just going to do, again, Shift Command D to put a transition here, but I'm just going to take it all the way in. See, it just smoothed that out a little bit, made it sound a little bit better. And I want this clip to cut right there when the song kicks in on that hit there. So I'm going to take this edit back. I'm going to lock our audio track again so we don't move it by accident. And I'm just going to hit X here and bring all our clips back in. Alright, on that piano hit, I want to take that clip out. So I'm going to hit C, make an edit. I'm going to X. So I'm going to trim a little of the beginning of this clip off as well. So it's coming in about there. Again, on that music hit there, I'm going to make an edit. Bring this back. Take a little bit of the beginning off of this one too. You can see how fast you can get through these. Right on that beat, I'm going to edit. So again, I'm ready for the song to evolve a little bit here. Yeah, I'm going to get this part in here where it really kicks in. So on that beat, I'm going to make a cut. I want to bring this back to here. That works. And I'm going to lock this audio track. I just want to take a little bit of the beginning of this off. There's too much wall here. Right on that beat. That beat. Cut there. That beat. Cut a little beginning of this off. This is nothing to write home about, this bathroom, so let's just cut it there. There. This doesn't need to hang on here very long, so that beat, I think. Let's cut a little beginning of this off. Take that out. Take the beginning of this off. That's it right there. On that beat. Definitely need to take some of the beginning off of this here. I like uptake here. Get on that beat. All right, so the song's ending here. See, so this is where it kicks in. Actually, we're gonna want this part of it. I'm just gonna hold Option and drag this so it copies it. On that beat, we want it to start, so. Right on that beat, let's see what that sounds like. It's not on the beat, so just need to bring it to the beat, and I think that we're good. Let's see. Perfect. And that beat there, we're gonna edit. All right, take a decent amount of this off the beginning here until, let's take it to about there. Get rid of that. So actually what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this entering the room clip here. I'm going to just hold Option, drag this over and clip and copy this. Take this further in here so it's about to the bed, and I'm just going to reverse this clip. If you go to clip and then speed duration, you hit reverse speed. So now the clip will be backwards and pulling out of the room instead of pushing in, which will give us a nice little ending. Right on that hit there on the audio, that's where I want my end to come in. So I'm just going to find like the end of the song where it kind of does its last hit and fades out. I want that last little ring out. So if I bring this back. Perfect. Okay, and I'm just going to put the audio transition in here, pull it all the way in just to smooth that out a little bit. Now we can fade this track out and also fade out this video to end it. It's our last clip for this example video. Let's take a look at what that fade out looks like. Alright guys, so now that all of our editing's finished and our clips are where we want them, the last thing I do is I go back to the beginning and go through all the clips again and make any corrections as far as exposure or white balance is concerned. So let's take a look and see how that's done now. Alright guys, I'm going to go back to the beginning of my timeline and select the first clip here. So if you go up to the color module here, it will bring up Lumetri color and we'll be able to make any adjustments. All right, so here we have the Lumetri color panel. We're just gonna go through clip by clip and make some adjustments. So for one thing, this clip is very orangey looking, but before I get to that, the first thing I'd like to do is adjust the exposure. Taking the shadows up a little bit on this. Somewhere about there. Raise the exposure just a tad. All right, so that's about good, I think, as far as exposure goes. Most of this orangey color is color cast from the lights, the overhead lights. Maybe it's slightly to the orange globally, so I'm gonna take the slider down a little bit towards the blue. Right about there is pretty good. But I'm still gonna try to subdue these orange color cast here a little bit. And what I like to do with that is if you go down to the curves panel and then this hue versus saturation. So if you take the eyedropper and if you drop right on the area where it's a color you don't like and you click, it'll give you these dots here. So as you see, it's orange. So what we want to do is drop this orange down, and you see it sucks the orange right out of there. So you can see now this wall is more the color that it was painted and not casted orange from the lights. So here, I'll toggle this on and off. See how it took the orange right out of there? And in the carpet too, look at the carpet. That orangey color just makes things look dingy. So, and here's the global changes that we made, all the changes together. This was before, and then this is after. Before, after. Makes it look a lot cleaner, brighter, more inviting. So that's the basic process. We're just gonna go through here and continue. Again, this is a little underexposed, maybe bring the exposure up a tad. Definitely the shadows, you know, this area just looks dark to me, so that's about good for the shadows. Again, I'm gonna globally take this down towards the blue a little bit. Somewhere about there. And I'm gonna go back to my curves. Again, eyedropper. You can see a bit of the orange cast on like the pillow here. I'm gonna click on that. Again, you see it brought up orange. Let's just suck some of the orange out of here. There we go. Again, that's how much orange it took out of there. So yeah, it really looks so much better taking that orange out of there. So that's good. Not too bad exposure wise. I might bump it a little bit up. Raise the shadows a little bit. Typically that's all I'm doing, guys, is just exposure maybe a little bit, shadows a little bit, and then the temperature, if it's shifted, maybe just a little down. But we're gonna go down to curves, and then again this wall area. So again, we're gonna take this orange down, suck some of the orange out of this image. Right about there. Let's toggle this. See, we got a lot of that orange out of there. All right, so the next clip, and this is sort of underexposed. Raise our exposure here a little bit. Definitely our shadows. Again, I'm gonna globally shift this down towards the blue a little bit. Somewhere around there. Again, our curves. Get rid of some of this orange. Try your best to get the white balance as good as you can while you're shooting, but you know, I find it's never perfect, so I almost always have to tweak it for these. So I got this. Again, I'm gonna bring up the exposure a tad. Shadows. Significant amount. I think globally the white balance is probably okay, but let's go to curves. And here's the real orangey looking. Get that orange here. Get that down. Okay, so again, a little bit of exposure, a tad bit. Definitely shadows. I think this globally can use a little shift towards the blue. Somewhere around there. It's looking pretty good. Curves. Got a lot of orange over here, so let's just take from there. See if we can do that a little bit. That's about good. All right. Again, a little exposure. You know, the floors are dark, so raising the shadows helps bring out the floors a little bit so you can see them better. So this is pretty good color-wise. There's some little orange going on here. Let's try to take from over here. Let's see the orange here. Let's take a little bit of that out of there. This gets a little more cleaner looking. That's good. All right, Exposure is pretty good. Definitely some shadows. Maybe a tad of it, exposure. Again, we got a lot of orange over here, so let's see if we can take some of that out of here. Sucks that right out of there. You don't want to go too extreme with this because like it will, you know, it will affect the floor color and stuff a little bit too, but not by much. That's good. A little on the dark side. Like some exposure here. And you know, windows are going to be blown out. There's just nothing we can do with that in video unless we have like tens of thousands of dollars worth of lights inside and a whole day to shoot it. So, which we don't have, so forget that. But you know, it looks fine. Again, I'm going to raise the shadows a little bit here. Let's try to take a little bit of orange out of this wall here. That looks pretty good. Raise exposure a little bit. Definitely shadows here a little bit. Again, suck this orange out of here. I'm going to make another dot there and get more of this orange color. That's good. So you see, you know, this is pretty repetitive, but this is the process that I use to correct these clips. And you know, it really makes a difference. These interior clips definitely need correction almost 100% of the time. You know, my drone footage and my exterior footage, a lot of times I don't even correct because it's fine the way it is, but the interior shots always need some love. Not really any orange cast here, it looks fine. Let's boost the exposure a bit. Boost the shadows a bit. This globally needs to come down definitely towards the blue. Somewhere around there. Let's see if we can suck some of this orange out of the cabinet here. It's supposed to be white, so I want it to look white. Whoops. Sometimes this eyedropper doesn't show up. It's weird. See, it's picking up the orange, so let's take it down a notch. So yeah, that looks more like it should. So, you know, going from that to that. This bathroom is just like, whoa, over the top orange. You know, we're not gonna get rid of all of it, but we're definitely gonna try to take as much out as we can here. Shifting green too a little bit maybe. Give it a little bit of magenta. Let's see what we can do with the curves here. Oh, the sink is white. It needs a little more exposure. Now this weirdness up here is what it is for this. That looks a hell of a lot better overall from that to that, so I'll take it. So this clip, a little exposure. Raise the shadows a little bit. I actually shot this bathroom with the lights off because I had not a lot of nice natural light coming in here. So there's not really any color cast going on here, so color-wise, that's fine. Again, this could use a little brightening up a little bit, I think. And that's all I need to do with that, I think. Sink shot again, a little brightening up. A little bit on the shadows, just a tad. And that's good for that. There's definitely some shadows, a little exposure. A little too much maybe. Highlights you don't get much leverage out of the highlights, but you bring them down here a little bit too. That's pretty good. You know, I don't spend a ton of time just like obsessing about this. Like I just kind of go through like I am quickly. This is a little dark, obviously shadows. really all that needs. Boost the shadows here, for sure. A little bit of exposure. Again, I shot all this natural light, so no color cast really going on. I take it room by room. If there's a lot of good natural light, I'll keep the lights off sometimes if I think it looks better. It's a case-by-case basis. This definitely needs some exposure. And some shadow boost. You can see more of this floor here that's getting lost. That looks nice. Again, it's a little dark. You know, this is all dark in here, so I'm gonna boost the exposure a bit. Shadows. Honestly, this shot looks pretty darn good. I'm not even gonna touch that shot. It looks fine. This shot is the same shot. I remember we copied it from here, so if we go into effect controls, we can just copy this lumetri color here and paste it on the end. That way they look the same. So that's good. All right, guys, so that's my correction process. So now that we have all these clips edited and corrected, let's take a look at the final product. Alright guys, so that's my process for editing my real estate videos. I really hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.